Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Doris. Welcome back to all those that have been here before and welcome if you're new. Today will be dedicated to back pain, and for that we're going to target the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back, lower back and the hips, which are all body parts that are in some way or another connected to back pain. And not only are we going to release and stretch those parts of the body, but we're also going to be strengthening the parts, because sometimes pain might be due to a lack of strength in body parts and compensation of other body parts. We're going to start lying down. Join me when you're ready. So take a moment to arrive on your back. Maybe bring the knees together, the feet wide. That can be really nice for the lower back. Or you could stretch the legs out if that feels nice, but that can just intensify the arch if the lower back is an issue for you. Maybe you want to place hands on your body. And let's just bring the chin gently into the chest. Connecting to your breath. And really allowing purposely the body to become heavy. So relaxing the face, the jaw. Allowing the shoulders to become heavy. The upper back, the lower back. And perhaps it's the first time today, or even in a while, that you've really paid attention to how your body is feeling. So let's just take a moment to turn the gaze inwards. Relaxing the face, the jaw. And starting our movement, but really tiny little movement here. So just allowing the head to move to the right and through center to the left. So as if you were shaking your head no in slow motion. So I really invite you to go slow, because the neck is the most flexible part of our spine, and sometimes we can, because of that, go a little too far, too fast, too deep. So let's just be very gentle today. Just because some areas might be tight, it might even be worse to then work even harder. So perhaps areas that are a little bit of an issue for you, maybe you can go very gentle here. Taking another breath in and out. Coming back to center here. Let's hug the knees into the chest, one hand on each knee. And let's just rock side to side. So really allowing a generous part of the spine to come off the mat. Maybe you can even catch yourself as you almost lie on your side but have the legs in the air. Massaging the back. And then coming back to center. Chin to chest. And let's just draw circles with the knees, keeping the legs together. Moving your knees closer to you and through one side, pushing them a bit away from you. So that's also, for me at least, a very nice massage for my lower back. Sometimes we can feel certain bits of the body become a bit more present as we move. So I invite you to also pay attention, because sometimes back pain or any pain can also stem from a part that isn't actually hurting but that is compensating. So let's switch our direction. So for me, sometimes when I have knee issues, I know that a knot in my lower back is often the issue. So quite interesting once you understand your body and your individual anatomy a little better. And that's what yoga is great for. Then hugging the knees back into the chest, moving the knees in opposite directions. So it's like drawing a figure 8 shape with your knees. And getting a little more into the hips, which are directly connected to the lower back. And tight hips can cause issues and tightness in the lower back. Let's change the direction here. Then hugging the knees into the chest, really putting all the weight of your legs into the hands, extending the arms. So the legs would drop if you let go, but we're just gonna take another breath in and out to slowly release the feet down, walking the mat with distance apart, bringing the knees together and just dropping both legs to one side and then the other. So there is a generous space between the feet. We're not going into a classic twist. And so we massage not only the glutes, sit bones and the lower back, but we also create a little bit more space in the hips. Allow the legs to drop just to one side. And then coming through center to the other side. And then back to center, hugging the knees in and letting everything drop to the right side. So left leg is on top of your right leg, bringing about a 90-degree angle into both knees. Reaching the right arm, palms face up to the side, or you could also bend your elbow. This is a little more tight for the chest. So if you know the upper back is your issue, maybe you just want to extend the arm or bend it. I also have a bit limited space, so I'm just going to keep this bent. And then place your left arm the same way as your right arm on top. So the palms face, and we're on the right side of the body. Great. Take a breath in and out here. And then on your next inhale, start to reach the left arm bent or extended, first towards the sky, slowly opening the chest towards the ceiling and bringing left arm, left shoulder down. Exhale, come back onto the side of the body and inhale to open. So our goal is to really bring the shoulder down, the arm down, come back, exhale, keep moving. And it's possible that as we move, especially the left leg, left knee might come higher so that the hip allows the movement. And that's what we're happy to do. We're happy to give the chest, the upper back, the space because that's our priority today. And if you have the elbows bent, then chances are that your leg moves more than if you had them extended. Take a final round here, then stay in your twist, bringing left shoulder down. Maybe the head is just facing upwards. And then hug the knees into center, step them onto the mat. And then hug the knees into center, drop everything to the left. Right hand, right arm on top of left. Choose your version. Your shoulders are likely symmetrical, so you don't have to do the exact same thing you did on the other side. And then whenever you're ready, inhale, open the right arm, bring the right shoulder down, right arm down. Exhale, come back. So keep on moving here, opening and closing your arms. And perhaps as you notice your leg moving, you can also understand how everything in our body is connected. Even knee and elbow which are quite far apart normally. Next time you open into your twist, let's just stay here. Then bringing the legs back to center, stepping them onto the mat. Hands behind the knees. Let's just rock up into a seat for a moment. Already noticing how you're feeling, maybe in a way different than before, perhaps not. Don't worry about it either way. Then we are coming into a child's pose at the back of the mat. So feet together, knees maybe a little bit more apart. If we have the knees further apart, that gives a little more space into the lower back. If we have the knees quite together, that will round the spine more. So let's just bring them a little further apart for now. Extending the arms towards the front, sinking your chest down. Don't worry if your forehead's not on the ground or your sit bones and heels feel quite far apart. That doesn't matter now. And frankly, that never matters anyway. Keep rooting your sit bones down, no matter where they are. And slowly walk your hands further away from your body, extending your arms. And maybe you can already feel the stretch all along your spine, pulling the armpits towards the ground. Breathe here, maybe purposefully sink those sit bones back. Maybe you want to come onto your fingertips, so building little tents with your hands. Breathing in and out to release everything. Maybe bring the arms a little more into the body so that the shoulders can relax. And then coming onto your hands and knees, bringing the knees a little bit more underneath your hips, and then where the hands are underneath your shoulders, coming onto your elbows. So going one floor down, so to speak. Pushing the ground away with your forearms and moving the chest away. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale, rounding the spine, looking back at you and the legs. Cow and cat. Inhale, belly down, and exhale, push it away. So keep on moving. Be very mindful of what your neck does. We don't have to crunch the back of the neck. We don't have to push it back as far as we can. So be very mindful of what happens in the body. Maybe you feel like your shoulders need a bit more space, then you could just bring the elbows a little more apart. That's usually more available to most bodies. Let's do this for 2 more breaths, in and out. Then coming into a neutral spine again, and coming up onto your hands, making sure that you have some space on either side of you. Extending then the right leg out to the side at hip height, toes point towards the front. And just notice how you're feeling. Sink the hips a little bit back and shoulders on top of the hands again, to give yourself a bit more space in the hips, in the backs of the legs. And then shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach the right arm towards the sky, twist. And then exhale, threading that right arm underneath the body, palm faces up, but just reach that right hand to the left. We're not bringing it down, just reaching, rooting the right foot down. Another breath in and out. Inhale, open for your twist. Exhale, right hand down. Great. We're gonna now walk further to the left with your hands until your left hand is in line with your left knee. Hand faces towards the left. Inhale, reach that right arm up. So we now have a line with right foot, left knee, left hand. Exhale, allow that right arm to reach to the side, side bend. Keeping that right foot rooted, glutes engaged. Opening the chest a bit to the sky. You could also bend your right elbow, place the right hand behind the head, or just keep it reaching, whichever feels better in your body. Taking a breath in and out. Right hand down, walking back into a little tabletop. Right knee comes in. Let's extend the left leg. So hands underneath the shoulders. Let's just sink the hips back and front. Pointing the toes towards the front, towards the hands. And then shoulders back in line with your wrists. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, thread your needle, reach it to the right. Ground the left foot, reach, reach, reach with your left hand. Extending the right arm. Taking a breath in. And out. Inhale, twist towards the sky. Exhale, left hand down underneath the shoulder. Walking then over to the right until the right hand is in line with the right knee. Inhale, reaching the left arm up towards the sky. And exhale, extend your arm towards the right side, bend. Reach, reach, reach. Ground the left foot down, open the chest. You could again bend your left elbow, left hand behind the neck. Wherever you are, taking a final breath in and out here. And then circle it down, returning to your tabletop. Bring that left knee in, tugging the toes under. Spreading your fingers wide, taking a breath in and out into down dog. Let's just pedal it out, walk your dog. So bend one knee more than the other. Looking back at your feet, maybe just shaking the head no and nodding it yes. Then walking the hands in to the feet. Allow yourself to dangle. And just letting gravity pull you. Maybe you just want to sway side to side with your upper body. Keeping perhaps a generous bend in your knees. Making sure the neck is loose, that you can just hang about. Then releasing the hands, placing them on top of your shins. Inhale, grow tall, long spine, halfway lifting the chest. Exhale, allowing belly and thighs to come closer together, maybe bending the knees a little bit. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing the fingertips then to the ground, bending the knees as much as you need to. Right hand stays grounded, right knee bends. Inhale, left arm reaches to the sky, twist. And exhale, coming down. Inhale, right arm reaches, left knee bends. And exhale down. Halfway lift, inhale. And out. Twisting, left hand, inhale. Exhale. Right arm and down. Great. You can now continue with this flow just as we did, or maybe you want to move your hands and arms actively to even work your back more, but that just depends where you are. So either you can be using your hands, or inhale, reaching the arms just towards the ground. Palms face each other, long way lift. Exhale, sink. Keeping the hands maybe lifted off the ground. Inhale, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Right hand points down if you're not touching the ground. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right arm reaches. And exhale. Halfway lift. And lower. Let's do that one more for the flow. Left arm, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Inhale, halfway lift. And lower. Last time, halfway lift. And maybe you want to reach the arms by your side now at shoulder height, palms face down. Bending the knees, taking a breath in and out. To let yourself dangle. Maybe grab your elbows. Maybe sigh it out. Releasing the hands, and as slowly as you can, bending the knees, roll your way up into standing. Taking it nice and slow. Eventually arriving into a stance, and then spreading the feet nice and wide, so wider than hip width distance, bending the knees and just allowing the upper body to dangle and twist side to side. Just taking your arms with you. So as slow, as fast as you'd like, just making sure the knees are bent so that the hip can move. Just remember the connection of hip and upper back. We need it to be free flowing. And maybe as you swing side to side, you can find a little bit release in the back. For me, this is in particular present in the shoulders. So we're going to be here for a bit. Maybe you'd like to close your eyes, making sure the face, the jaw is relaxed. And then, like a little pendulum, take your time to come back slowly to center, to invite stillness. Notice how you're feeling in this very moment. And then step the feet together again at hip width distance at the back of the mat. Interlacing the hands together, drawing the shoulder blades together, open the chest, bend the knees, take a breath in to open the chest. Exhale, bend the knees generously to find a forward fold with a shoulder opener, so reaching arms towards the sky, making sure the head is nice and loose. If your fingers ever slip apart, don't worry about it, just dangle. If they're still together, let's take a breath in and out. Slowly release the hands, bring them down to the ground to guide your hands away from your feet to return to downward facing dog, walking your dog just for a breath in and out. And then knees to the ground, a bit wider apart. And untucking your toes to sink back on to your heels. We're returning once again into a child's pose, this time with a twist, quite literally. So threading your left arm underneath, reaching your left palm towards the sky. Maybe you want to place that right hand just underneath your left cheek, left temple. And you can stir the intensity of this stretch. So if we have tightness in the upper back, an intense twist might be too much, so you can pull that left arm closer back into the body or reach it further away, relaxing the hands, so allowing the fingers to curl in towards one another. Sinking deeper towards the ground. Take 3 rounds of breath here. Gently unravel. Come a little higher into this little diagonal. And then we're threading the right arm underneath. Palm faces up, maybe left hand underneath your face. And allow the hands to curl. You define the intensity of this movement. Taking 3-4 rounds of breath in and out. Slowly unraveling from your little twist. Come a little higher onto your hands and just bring the knees maybe closer together if that's available to you. Otherwise, keep them further apart. To find maybe a smaller child's pose, maybe reaching the hands back towards the feet. Maybe the head comes down, or perhaps you prefer to build a little tower for the forehead. Let's just take 5 breaths wherever you are, whatever you chose to do. Slowly, hands next to your knees, unravel. And find an upright seat, whether that's on your heels or in any other shape or form. Maybe placing hands on the body to express gratitude through touch. Taking a moment to observe how you're feeling, especially how your back is feeling. Breathing in and breathing out to maybe bow chin to chest to show gratitude to body and mind. And then slowly lifting your head, making fists with your hands, bringing the knuckles to your lower back, and let's just move them up and down to create a little bit of heat. Also moving out and in. So heat through friction. Making sure the face is relaxed, everything is relaxed. And then release it. Maybe place just the hands on your lower back to feel that warmth, that heat radiating from your lower back. And then gently patting your lower back. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope that you got some benefit from this, and even if it is just moving your body a little bit, I would really appreciate if you left a like and a comment to share how the practice was for you. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and if you enjoy more practices like these, you can check out my online yoga studio link down in the description box. You can check it out 7 days for free. I hope to see you soon. Come back to this practice whenever you feel like it, or check out my other videos, and see you soon. Bye bye.